Hey, I'm Jim. How you doing? Welcome to my outdoor kitchen. We're going to be making a pizza on the Green Mountain today, but first I'd like to endorse my first product of the night, Coors, a very good beer. I know people actually review this. This is the best way, in an ice cold mug. Pouring is very important, and you'll find it has a very, very, very nice wonderful. Okay, we're going to go through the whole. This is going to be my first operation of the Green Mountain this year. So this is from winter. We're going to show you everything from beginning to end. Hopefully it starts up and everything, and then we're going to make a pizza. So hang with us. By the way, I'd like to introduce my wife. Say hi. Your mic should be on too.
Hello.
She's also here. Okay. First thing I'm going to say about this. I highly recommend the cover. This cover keeps it, this is a very strong cover, very sturdy, solid. And it protects the little chimney here that you're going to see in a minute. So let me slowly, you got to be a little careful here when you take it off because you don't want to damage your chimney. And make sure you release it from this little tiny chimney without yanking the little top off. And now we'll just get rid of this. Now I keep my pizza attachment inside, so it might have shifted over the winter, so I'm going to be careful opening it up. All right. So here we have the insides of the Green Mountain. Again, this is from winter. I'm going to get some trays out. These trays I inherited from a butcher who used to live here. And they're there to protect that glass table. Alright, this is the pizza attachment. Be careful with the stone. Everything's got to come out. Alright, I want that to fall. When I say everything, I mean everything. Okay. Now this is what the Green Mountain looks like, you know, normally. You got a grill. I got the backdraft installed, your chimney, your control unit. We're going to go through it all.
The sun is glaring from behind.
Maybe I should lower that. That sun. I just want to be able to. Is that any better? I'm going to have to duck under this thing. Yeah, you can always rely on that sun. We're also, Andrea's using the Smooth 5, so we're auditioning that as well.
It's very weird because I want to get a shot angle down. Oh, I guess I use this.
Then try. See, she's learning.
She's just learning how to use the.
Doing a good job.
There's a, what's this thing called? This button here that rotates it, and I'm learning.
Joystick.
Yes, joystick. So I'm learning how to use.
She's obviously not a gamer like me.
All right, so it's got a joystick, so now I can zone in on. Yeah, unfortunately the sun is glaring still. There's nothing I could do about that. Oh, joystick makes a big difference. It's nice to have a shed nearby with everything we need in it, so we're not constantly running into the house to the kitchen to get things.
Keep paper towels around. I wipe down all the tables.
Yes, there should be paper towels.
And glass cleaner. Any brand is fine. What's the brand you like?
I don't remember the name of it.
We're going to be showcasing some pizza products too. So, getting to this, everything's got to come out, okay? The grill's got to come out. So you're going to see the makings of what's in here. This is a good learning experience. All the grills have got to come out. This tray's got to come out. It's a lot of work.
Glad it's you doing the work, not me. That looks really gross.
Oh yeah. Welcome to the life of smoking.
Right. So is that all the drippings from the last time you?
Yeah, that needs to be. Oh, you don't have to zoom in on that.
I want to
Oh.
show people how gross that is. See?
Yeah.
I don't know if you could see that, but that's the
Yeah.
drippings from the last time he smoked something.
Yep. Now this firebox also has to come out. Right here. So we remove that. And just make sure you're set up with a spot to put all this crap. There you go. Now,
I'm not used to this joystick.
if you look inside my smoker, I don't know if you can use your joystick, and you can see that it's actually pretty clean. There's not too much dust. Be very careful when you vacuum this out. It's better to use this little door on the side. Come around, I'll show them. Down here.
Oh, where am I coming?
Yep,
Oh,
right in here. No, right here actually. It's down here actually. This little door you open up, and you can actually put a shop vac right here. Just do that. Don't chop it like from the inside because you'll take too much ash out. I made that mistake. Very frustrating. Oh, now the pizza.
Now I got to get back up. Okay.
A lot of work just for a pizza.
I'm going to put this down for a bit, and it can. If anybody's wondering what that paper bag hanging is, for those of you that don't know,
Fill them in.
supposedly it looks like a hornet's nest. You stuff a paper bag with something and you hang it, and it will keep the bees away because the bees are afraid of the hornets. So far, no bees.
I gotta dump this. All right. Now, this goes right into your firebox. Just like that. Make sure it's seated. Pizza stone.
Somebody else got a brand new smoker that they used last night to make ribs.
Oh, really? Did
And
they?
my brother and Robert.
Wait, what's that?
Robert made smoked stuff for curry last night.
So he's not going to want it again then.
Well, we'll see.
That's pretty cool. Which one did he get?
That's what I asked. My brother went fishing today and caught a fish. He's cleaning fish. Yeah, and tell everybody, what brand is ours?
Ours is Green Mountain. There we go.
Wow, my brother got some very large fish.
Oh well. Why don't you show it to our viewers
I
here?
don't know if they can see that. If you can see that, that's my brother catching fish.
So you want to get this all set up before you start firing it up because this gets pretty hot. So that's pretty much set up, ready to go. Now, You'll see I have these pellets from last year, and they're still dry. Stays dry in this container. I was thinking of emptying them. Got lazy this time around. So now it's time to wire this thing up. A nice long 12-volt wire. I hope it reaches. She's not following me around anymore, huh?
I will follow you.
I told her.
I will follow you around.
I said I could just put it on the table. Be no problem. Anyway,
I will follow you around, and then when I get a phone call.
This plugs right back here. I want everybody to see.
Oops, sorry.
That's okay.
I'm not good with it. Wow.
No, she's learning.
Wow.
That's the smooth 5. She's getting used to the joystick. It's okay.
I'm not a joystick person,
she's-
as you could tell.
She's learning more about it because we just got it. Okay. And we also got these Movos. So we're also reviewing that. You know, we both have it. We got the dual or duo. So anyway, plug it in here. Hope that you have enough wire. By the way, this is great for tailgating. It's a little big if you got a nice big truck, but you can run it off your car battery. Oh, looks like I made it. I gotta get our fan going.
The joystick is opposite of what you think.
Well, see, some of us invert the y-axis. I don't think she likes that. We'll do a whole video on that. That's constantly being debated, but I gotta get this fan going. It's hot. It's getting warm out here.
Yeah, so it's opposite of what I would think. And that's what's messing me up. My brain doesn't think the way your brain does.
My brain doesn't think at all. Ballistics.
I noticed.
Highly recommended. Been carrying it in my pocket since I was 17.
He's addicted to it.
Nope.
Yes.
Plug it in and don't want to create a tripping hazard.
It's okay. I'll trip on it while I'm filming. Not a problem.
Make sure this is plugged in tight. Remember the one time where like it wasn't working and it's like that was disconnected. So here we are. I think, if I'm not mistaken, my phone's being used for this because this is connected to the phone too, but I'm just going to push the power button and let's see if it goes through. It's startup. Because you can run this Green Mountain manually. By the way, notice this very, very, very important bottle opener there. So, it seems like it's starting right up. We'll see if it fires up.
I look forward to the smoke because it smells so good.
Shall we go over the implements? Pizza peel. I'd have one of these. This is, huh? This is apparently ultimate. Ultimate. Works pretty good.
But the cutter.
This is a cutting board, okay? Gotta get one of these. Set these over here.
Hardest part is washing that thing in the sink because it's
Yeah.
way, way,
This
way,
here.
way, way big.
And all my pizza stuff is here.
I don't like this thing being inverted.
Well, now you're gonna need this kind of digital thermometer. Oh, it's working. Because this is the only way to really check the temperature for the pizza stone. Ah, I smell some smokishness.
Smells really good. What kind of, what flavor wood chips pellets are you using?
Excellent question. Let's find out. I'm gonna say premium gold. Green Mountain.
Is it a fruit flavor?
It is, they're calling it, oh, it's a blend. Red oak, American hickory, and Mountain something. I'm not digging out the bag, they're heavy. Anyway.
And we have
go.
smoke.
Yep.
Love that smell. I hope it doesn't smoke away the birdies in the nest up above.
Now the way this works, from what I've gathered, it's got to work the temperature up to about 150 before you can even control it or do anything. So this is considered startup. But as you can see, it makes a lot of smoke. Smells good.
Once it gets hot though, it doesn't smoke a lot?
No, that's when you're in the zone. But I'm happy it started up. Be very careful about vacuuming too much ash out of your firebox.
And should you not open it when it's doing it because you'll lose heat if you open it while it's in this phase?
Yeah, you lose. I mean, it's not gonna hurt anything, but you know, why bother? Let it do its job. But we got to get that temperature up to 150 before we can even, you know, go further. Then, for the pizza stone, I set it around 225. But when you check it with this, it'll actually be about 650. You'll see.
I think you need to hire a new cameraman. I can't do this.
But how is it just leaving it there?
It's
What's
fine.
the view like? I could do the GoPro
No, this
and
is
kind of
fine.
get the whole thing.
Nope, this
Maybe
is
you'd
good.
like the GoPro too.
I don't know how you get wide
We'll be
angle on this.
showcasing the GoPro later. All right, got my pizza cutter. You see how this works. Like this instead of the typical thing that breaks in your hand. These are very nice. Got the pizza peel. All right. We're just gonna wait for this to warm up. Hey, why don't you show Angela a little update on Angela the bird?
Angela the bird is tweeting a lot up there.
Yeah.
She's up in that corner. You can hear her and her babies.
Let me just do a little narration while I grab some supplies. You need a drink or something?
Nope, I got my drink. Yeah. Oh, there she is. There she goes, and she left her babies behind. You would think she'd be worried about her. Oh, I think she brought them food. Hopefully she's not worried about the smoke. Let's see. Oh, I guess I should be saying something here. As you can see, the temperature is starting to go up. You can watch the temperature start to climb. Let's see if we can zoom in on that. So it's 111 and slowly climbing. So, yep, it's getting there. Notice as the temperature is climbing, there's a lot less smoke coming out. And then you can see our puppy Jax is just sitting here enjoying being outdoors, hoping he's not going to touch the electrical wires. With him, you never know.
All All right, while we wait for this to warm up, now remember, we want this to get to be 150 before you can even set a temperature, I believe. We'll do a little update on our garden. As you can see, the tomatoes have grown quite a bit. The cucumbers coming in slowly. Kale is coming in nicely. I'm still waiting on the peppers back there. Basil and beets. We added cilantro since last time. Got some good evening sun. I want to show you the back. Pretty gnarly piece of equipment here. Here's the grease bucket. You can see sturdy shelves. All right. As she asked before, if it smokes less once it warms up, it's not smoking hardly at all now. It's only in the very beginning. Let's take a close-up of our control panel. Yeah, strong sun today. All right. Did you fill them in on Angela?
No, Angela was a little upset when all the smoke was there and the babies were
Oh,
tweeting.
it's a new thing for her, huh?
Yeah, I didn't know if she was afraid of the smoke, but there's less smoke now, so
Okay.
I'm sure she's a lot better. Yeah, she's on the tomato cage right now watching us.
Yeah, that's what she actually thinks that's for her up there. But really, that's our tomato cage. Want to take over the filming?
Sure. Well,
Let me
we'll
lay it down.
put it on the table. I want to get a photo, a still photo of the pizza attachment once you
Well, you
open
can
it.
get your camera to do that.
I have my camera,
Okay,
but
nice.
I need you to open it so I can get a picture.
Okay. Oh, you're sending it to Robert?
Yes.
Doing some networking here.
That's all I needed.
I'll do a quick temperature check. You'll see at 122 degrees. Yeah, it's got a little ways to go. It's not a linear thing.
So what's that noise?
That's the Green Mountain doing its thing. See this baby? Ow! Sorry.
Not funny.
They're laughing.
He thinks he's funny. I'm laughing because it's so ridiculous.
Yep.
Is that a shelf that comes out in front?
Oh, absolutely. Let's do the shelf. And let me tell you something. These shelves, I mean, I'm not kidding around. These things are, no, they're pretty sturdy. I'm not going to put my body weight on it, but you could certainly put a pork butt here, you know.
Can it handle heat?
Oh, absolutely.
Even the pizza oven heat?
Oh, I wouldn't. First of all, that wouldn't balance here.
Oh.
That's why I always have these trays to protect, because this is like glass top or whatever. But yeah, they're strong. Again, I'm not going to sit on it, you know, but they're strong. What else can we say about this thing? Our nephew just got what did he get? The competition? The other brand?
He got something else.
We're going to fill you in. We share information.
Oh, you don't like sharing information.
Well, I do.
But now that you're filming, you do.
I do if it benefits me. tonight we're going
He has a pit boss.
Pit Boss. So maybe we'll one day we'll head up to his place and we'll do a review of that, or maybe he'll link to it or whatever.
We'll have to have a cooking competition where you each cook something and you taste them. Now, why is it smoking again? Because you opened it and it got...
It's just doing its heating thing. It might be because we did that. I don't think you can set the temperature yet.
And what temperature do we need it for pizza?
I shoot for, well, I'm going to try 225 today. Yep, we're going to shoot for 225. So today we're going to be featuring Classico, traditional pizza sauce. It says DiNapoli on the top. I had a teacher named DiNapoli.
Why don't you tell them the story about what happened the very first time you put pizza on and it was cooked
Oh, yeah. Well,
within seconds?
there's a couple stories. First of all, when I first got this pizza attachment, I pretty much bought it right away because I knew I wanted it, you know. And maybe I didn't do it right, I don't know, but the stone cracked. And why am I telling you the story? Am I centered like and everything?
You're fine.
So why am I telling this story? Because I called up Green Mountain. They shipped one out. It was like 2 days. They had a replacement. I had no problem with the replacement. I don't know what made the first one crack. I think beginner's error. I think it was me. But they were very, very good about that. Now, back to your question. Yeah. Oh, do we have any pictures of that? I threw my pizza on that thing. It was black in a split second. It was like, I couldn't even turn it. It was like instant black. It was probably 1,500 degrees in there or something. Beginner's mistake.
Hence why you now have the gun to tell you the temperature.
Oh yeah, gotta get this. This works for me. I'm not, you know, big electronics guy, but this is a tech city. It does the job. You can use it for other things too. Here, let's see if I have a fever. 95.7. Let's see if she has a fever. Oh no, 106. Nah, she's okay. Don't worry.
What was it?
Oh, 95.9. Now these things are cool. You can point them at anything. That bottle's 82 degrees.
Where's the dog?
Oh, you should introduce them to Jax.
I did show them Jax before.
Okay. Well,
He's
anyway,
laying-
we're waiting for this thing, you know. If you're in a hurry,
This is not the type of cooking to do if you're in a
you
hurry.
gotta set a little time aside for this, you know. But it's kind of fun, you know. If you don't destroy your pizza. Oh yeah, so tonight we're featuring Classico. This is a brand, I don't know if we've tried this before.
Nope.
But by coincidence, I got my dough this time only because I've been known to make my own pizza dough. You make it in a bread maker. It's flour and a few ingredients. It's really pretty easy. But Classico Pizza, actually Classico Tomato Pies in West Windsor, New Jersey, my hometown. My hometown. That's where I got the dough. And I haven't, you know, this is it for me to try it out, see how it is. He makes great tomato pies. Very nice guy. His name is Steve.
Notice we don't have any bees in here.
Oh yeah? You explain that thing to them?
I explained my...
Yeah.
Although we do have owls to keep the birds away. Owls are supposedly keep the birds away, but, well, as you can see, it doesn't work. We have Angela with her nest up there, so we even have a second owl over here.
Give him a little tour of the yard. Show him the Brio again.
Okay, while we're waiting for the food,
Oh.
we can
This is going to be a long tour.
duck under our sunshade. And the problem is we got the sun, so maybe if I come and put the sun behind me, we'll get a better view of things here. All right. Now you could see. First we have our garden, which we just started maybe a couple weeks ago. I'm so not used to this joystick. all self-watering. Beautiful garden. And then we have our fire pit. It's a Brio, similar to the Solo stove, but American made, very solid. So we like our fire pit. Grass is getting a little long right now because our lawn guy doesn't come
How
for
you
another
doing?
week.
I got to pipe in here. I want to endorse the Apple Watch. As she's recording this entire video, I'm having updates on my watch. I didn't even ask for these updates. There they are.
Updates on,
On your video. Look at it.
what's it saying about my video?
It's showing your video.
The video is showing on the watch.
Yeah. See?
Wow, you can't really see it on
Well, I'm
here.
saying
Huh.
picture of a picture. We know how that works out.
Wow, it's too
Yeah.
sunny out here. It's very bright.
Yes.
So we can go back into the lovely gazebo. And you can see our other joy over there is our motorhome. So when we're not working on the garden or smoking up some food in the
ways to go.
backyard, you'll see us on the road in the camper. All right, maybe we should give this a break for a little while.
Well, I was gonna show our friends how you top off the wood pellets.
Okay.
Unless you need a break.
No, we'll do
Okay.
that.
All right, let me grab my bag. You can probably say film from over here.
Him and his ideas.
You can do it while the thing's running. All you got to do is flip this thing.
right into the sun.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
see
sun
it's
is
running down a
brutal.
little bit here. That's not a problem.
Uh-huh.
This is how easy it is to top it off.
How expensive is a bag of pellets? And
Well-
how many bags of pellets would you use for a pizza?
Maybe not even half this bin. This bag, they come in, this is a 28-pound bag. It's not full, that's why I can hold
See,
it up
it's
like this.
apple blend.
Well, okay, apple blend.
Apple blend.
See? Apple Watch, Apple Blend, see? Today we're featuring Apple products, apparently. The iPhone, this is being recorded on the iPhone. Not being compensated, but if they want to send me stuff, happy to check it out.
Good
All right,
luck,
that's
good
as
luck
easy
with
as it
that
is.
one.
Yeah.
Oh, and Mr. Jax is coming back to visit us.
Jax is a good boy today.
Hey, Jax. Hey, Jax. You a good boy? Sit. Sit. Good boy. Yeah, such a good boy. You mama's boy? You give paw?
Oh, is he getting showcased here?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I can't do paw and film at the same time, but
Yeah.
but he's giving me a bath, which I really don't need right now, but thank you, Jax.
I think Jax is a very, very photogenic dog. All right, so for example, right now it reads 162 degrees. We'll see what the temperatures of the stone, because again, it's not linear, you know. So we're at 321. We got a little ways to go. I like it about 625 degrees, 650.
And what is it at?
I just read 320, 321.
So we got a ways to go.
Yeah. Again, as I said earlier, you want to get that thing around 225. Works for me. 650 is a good temperature for doing pizza. You got to learn a few techniques. So do I. Turning the pizza, very important. It's a little technique where, and it's a very small space, by the way. Steve, man, you should see Steve at Classico Tomato Pies in West Windsor, New Jersey. He got this huge pizza, but he's got all the room in the world. I got to go in this little thing and try to turn the pizza, but it can be done. We'll see.
Maybe we should pause for a while.
We'll
and
give it
come
a little
back.
pause while we gather our ingredients.
While we gather our ingredients and wait for the temperature to get to where we need it.
We'll be back. So, we've made it up to 228 degrees. So let's see what the temperature is. So now we're at 521 degrees. So maybe I'm going to start gathering my materials because we can get the pizza going. While we gather our ingredients, I'm going to showcase a Coors Light this time. Ice cold mug. Same pouring. Now don't get me wrong, I like Coors Lights. They're good. If you're out cutting the cutting the grass. Now, this is a little less full-bodied, as you would expect. Cold, crisp though. I do recommend it, but I like the Coors a little bit better. All right, I'm gathering the ingredients. All right, before we assemble our pizza, I'm going to check the temperature one more time. We reached our 230 on the panel. Which puts us about 590. I think I'm going to work with that. That's not bad. You can make a nice pizza at 590. All right, I'm getting ingredients. Checking the temperature. It's right now reading 230. That's all automatic. And by the way, I did that without the app. You know, because you can do this manually as well. I love the app, but right now my phone's on the gimbal. So let's see what our temperature is. $639 degrees. Perfect. All right, now the fun begins. Pizza sauce. Toppings tonight, hand-cut pepperoni. I already cut up the green peppers. And of course, mozzarella. Finely shredded. You gotta go with it. All right. Dough. A little sticky. I tried to cut this into two. I think I did a pretty good job, except they're not exactly the same size. A little flour. Some people use cornmeal too. I usually bring a little bit out, but this time I would have had to open up a whole new bag just for a little sprinkle. We'll do without. I'm going to set this one.
Pretty windy out.
So again, not exactly half. I'm going to set the smaller half aside for seconds. Don't be afraid to let this stuff be exposed to the air. It's called proofing or whatever. And don't be afraid to handle this. Don't be afraid to pound it. It's not matzo ball. Soup you're not supposed to handle, right? All right. Steve there at Classico's used a rolling pin. I don't even bother. Stretch it by hand.
You're not Italian.
You wait and see. Besides, I heard Hungary colonized all these places, so it all goes back to that. What we want to do is stretch this to the size of this peel. Steve does it better.
You think?
Yeah, I do.
Don't let it rip.
If it does, that's because of the dough. Certainly not because of me. Anyway,
if it rips?
I want everybody to know, put it on the knuckles. Now, I know I'm not that great. There's plenty of guys much better, but if you're watching this and you want to learn to do this, you want to see somebody who's struggling like you, not some guy, you know? And I got distractions from the dog, but on your knuckles. This is a very forgiving
Jax.
and will be a very nice thin crust.
Jax, come here. You know that's
Jax
food?
likes it. I
This
could be whipping it around quicker, but
This unfortunately is his time of
yeah,
the day.
well, do what you gotta do.
That's okay. That's it. That's it. Once we open the cheese, you can have some cheese.
We'll do a Jack's run after this is done. At least after the first pizza's done. It's pretty forgiving. This is gonna be a pretty thin crust. I don't know how big this pizza's gonna be.
Stop.
Yeah. Steve said to cut it in half. I guess he really stretches it out.
Stop.
Maybe this will be my best crust yet if it doesn't tear. Takes a little practice. I'm not saying I got it.
And if it tears, it's his fault.
Oh, of course. My fault. I'm the beginner here. He guaranteed me.
You're gonna end up inside if you keep barking.
Yeah, we're working it out. I don't want it any bigger than my peel because I'll run into trouble. So this is where you take your time, enjoy the ride, feel like you're learning something. It's kind of therapeutic. It's fun.
Go get your toy.
We got a beautiful breezy evening. What do we got, Monday night?
It is Monday night.
Yeah. See, I'm getting this out there. This is going to be a nice thin crust.
Stop, Jax. How do I get him to stop barking?
I don't know.
Maybe I'll go get him a cookie. I'll be back while
All
this
right.
records
I
you.
think
Come here, Jax.
that this crust is in pretty good shape. Can you get the gravy ladle, please? Yeah, that's what I went in to grab. And by gravy, I know they call it, that's tomato sauce. But you'll see what I do with that. All right. Now again, I haven't torn it yet. This is might be the thinnest crust I've ever done. I've made some real thick ones. One day I'll whip it up in the air. Probably get caught in that fan. All right, we're gonna go with this. We're gonna give this a try. So I'm gonna give it a hint of flour underneath so we don't get any stickage. Because I don't want to get messed up here. All right, what do we do with this? Well,
That actually looks pretty good.
I'm telling you, it's the thinnest crust I've ever made. Because my mentor, Steve, said I should cut the dough in half. So I did. And then, of course, it's hard to make it round. But I think I've done... So you get these, like semicircular pizzas, which I've done. Anybody's following my pizza making adventures has seen them. All right, there we go. Let's give this a try. The hardest part is the peeling skills in my...
You say get air under it.
Yeah.
Like fluff it up and down to get some air under it.
So, yeah, okay. Yeah,
Well, before you put it on
like
the...
that, right? Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So, got my toppings. And the thing is, you got to work fast.
I'll get the mozzarella open.
Classico sauce. And this is what I use this for. I find this works for me. I don't think I invented this, but it works for me. A little more sauce. All right, you gotta work fast though. And then lots of cheese. Never go light on the cheese.
Can never have too much cheese, that's for sure.
And do your toppings quick. Gotta work fast. Who's your buddy? Say get air underneath it.
Yep.
So we're doing pepperoni and green peppers, one of my favorite combinations. How about you? Do you like that? Now here's the tough part. You guys ready? This is where it gets tough. I say get air under it. Peeling is, for me, that's my challenge. We're gonna mess this up?
Yep.
Yeah? Is this where you get the air under it?
Yeah, if there's air under it, it'll.
But I figure if you take it slow. Come on, let's not make a mess here. Come on, see? This is for beginners because we know the experts can do it. But if you get stuck here, just be patient.
You almost have it.
Yeah, I know. Once we get it on the stone, once it gets that first char, then you're golden. Yeah. Use this as a spatula. All right. That's actually not too bad. That's not the bad.
Now the trick
See
is
if
can
I
you
can
get
whip
it
it
off?
on this thing. Wish me luck. Okay. See, that's where you need a quick movement. Ready to look in? Now, once it gets a little charred in there, you're golden. Make sure there's no sticky stuff on your peel. Give it a minute, and then
How
it's time
often?
to turn it.
How often do you have to turn it?
Regularly, you'll see. See that turning movement? You don't have a lot of room to work in there. I don't think we overdid it with the temperature. I think we picked a good temperature.
How do you make the temperature lower if it's too high?
I guess you would either open the door. See how I'm turning it? The fancy pizza guys have a lot more room to work with. But again, once it hits that stone, it's a lot easier. You could either open the door, if it's too hot, get the pizza out of there, let it cool down, or you could pipe it down to 200 if you wanted to. We're at 230. It's pretty forgiving temperature.
How long do you think it takes to totally cook a pizza?
I don't know. You got your timer going?
No?
See how I'm turning it with each step? You come in at an angle, give it a little turn. That's characteristic of any reputable pizzeria tomato pie joint. Now we're doing this in real time.
So we'll be able to look at the video and see how long it took to cook.
Sure. Yeah, if we were fancy, we'd have a little time clock going
How
by.
can you tell when it's done?
Oh, you'll know when it's done.
You'll know when it's done.
See, this is looking good. Come in at an angle, give it a little turn. Very important. Turning the pizza. This might be one of the nicer pizzas I've ever done. And believe me, I've done some disasters.
Oh yeah, I can account to that.
Well, when I first started, I figured, hey, you get a pound of dough, make a pizza. Well, I got really thick crust. It was really good. Real good doughy crust.
Doughy crust.
Tasted good.
Doughy crust.
But this time I cut it in half, made it into a round shape as best I could. See how I'm turning that? Come in at an angle and release. Let that be.
We get it. Now we want to eat it.
Yeah. Yeah, let me cover up my ingredients because we might have a second, a remake. Make sure you get your toppings ready because you want to eat your pizza while it's hot. We got crushed red pepper, garlic powder, McCormick. Got to turn it. See? Come on and show how it's sizzling. Pepperoni's got a good sizzle. Now I like to go for a little bit of char on the pizza. It's looking good though.
My stomach says it's ready.
It probably is ready.
No, get a little char. I think that's the last turn.
So this is your degree of charredness. Some people like it charred, blackened, not burnt, not charcoal. But some people like it, like easy, you know?
I think we're ready.
Yep, we're gonna pull it out. Everybody ready? If you're ready, let me hear you guys say yeah.
Yeah.
That's one person. I think it's got a nice degree of char. I'm gonna pull it
Perfect.
out. I think that's looking good. Make sure you get that.
Looks pretty perfect.
Yep. See how nice it is when you got it out? Once you get the dough, the sticky, out of the way, and you get it charred, the
Okay.
peeling is easy.
Well, let's get it cut so we can eat it.
You really need to keep this dough covered. All right, now, this is my pizza cutter. A little different when I first saw this. Are you pointing at me? Okay. Rather than that wheel that always breaks. Hell, you could sometimes you could even get almost hurt, like cut off a finger or something.
All right.
This thing, ready? Look how nice that is.
Oops.
What's the oops?
I was gyroscoping all over the place.
Oh, that's okay. And you got your plates?
Yep. Okay.
All right, let's lay this down and let's try this out. We need to, there we go. So,
I keep getting right and left and up and down mixed up.
which slice would you like?
That one.
This one?
Yep.
Make sure you try it in front of the camera. You'd have to come around to this
It's
side.
going to be hot.
You got your toppings. But the most important part is the reaction. Let me make sure the angle's okay.
That's okay. I always have to take one piece off the pizza.
There you go. We got you now.
Right?
We gotta watch your face. Don't burn your mouth. Good?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm gonna join the picture. We're gonna try this. I'm gonna select for myself this slice. Little McCormick garlic powder. Oh, I gotta tell you something. Jax, please. If you're the kind of person who likes garlic, take it easy on the pizza. You know, especially in the sauce. Don't overdo it. If you want to put garlic on your pizza, I suggest slicing it, laying it on there, get it charred. And if someone doesn't like it, they can peel it off. Anyway, hopefully I won't burn my mouth, because this is hot.
It's hot.
Almost need a fork, but who eats pizza with a fork? Oh, it's hot. Good. We need paper towels. All right, that one went quick. Tonight's pizza featured pepperoni by... Oh, here we are. Margarita. It was pretty good. I prefer hand cut. I prefer cutting my own pepperoni. Don't get sliced. Cut your own. So, and of course, as we said before, Classico pizza sauce is pretty good. You know, it's all right. Maybe give it a, what would you give that? Make sure my mic's on.
I would give Classico sauce a 7 out of 10.
Okay, yeah, seems my mic is on. So she gives it a 7 out of 10. Wow, that's a tough crowd. All right, I'm going to wipe everything down here. We're going to do a quick review. Whoop. Whoop. And we're going to make another one. That's going to be our review. Because I got the second half of that dough. So, a pound of dough, probably feed 4 people. So, keep that in mind. If you're cooking on this stove, make sure you cut it in half. This is what I've learned just this last time. Cut it in half and make it into a ball. And if you only want one pizza, you know, freeze them separately. So this is the smaller piece, and I made this one pretty round. It looks pretty good. Don't be afraid to handle this stuff. This proofing, I'm still not quite sure what it means, but you can pound it down. Get the crust. It's almost like making a miniature pizza before you stretch it out. And the more you can do here. Steve from Classico Tomato Pies of West Windsor, New Jersey, he actually uses a rolling pin. Just kind of set it out. I don't have anything nearby, but it's not a bad idea. You roll it out a little bit, and then of course he tosses it by hand. He's a pizza guy. He used to work for Di Lorenzo's. I'm just a backyard guy, but I say that last pie that we made together here, that was one of the best crusts I've ever done. And I think the key was cutting these in half. So I'm all about a thick crust once in a while, but you do 2 of these together. Now this, again, experts can do it better than I can, but keep it on these knuckles. Oh, by the way, another great pizza guy is George down at Seaside Heights. George's Pizza. That guy's been around a long time. He makes excellent pizza. Good gyros too. See, I'm not even sure I've ever even tried his pizza because his gyros are so good. Yeah, this is nice thin crust. Always bring your dough to room temperature. Working with cold dough, that's tough. Oh no, this one's not stretching as good as the last one. That's all right. Nobody's in a hurry here. How'd you like that last pizza? Good?
It was good. Perfect amount of char on
Yep.
the crust.
Not that I'm fishing for compliments, but
It was good. It was definitely
one of my
ones
best.
that you've done.
And the only reason I'm saying that is because it just means keep trying, you know. If you have a disaster, don't give up. Keep trying. You drop the dough, no big deal. But if you tear the dough,
Oh, I don't know if my mic was on.
that's a tough one. Well, put it back on.
It's on.
How'd you rate the last pizza? I don't know if your mic was on.
The pizza on a scale of 1 to 10 for a homemade pizza, I give it a 9.
Okay.
It was good. Perfect amount of char.
Yeah. Now, the most important thing about pizza, I'd have to say, obviously the dough. Hey, let's face it, it's the ingredients. The sauce, true, too. You know, if there's a sauce that, you know, sometimes they put sugar in, maybe you don't like that, maybe you want more tomatoey sauce. I don't know. These are like personal pizzas. This one's stretched pretty thin, and this was the smaller ball. But this is nice for the people who want a little extra.
It's important to wash your hands before you make a pizza.
Oh, absolutely. That goes without saying. I wipe down all the tables and always wash your hands, but they know that. But in any event, just in case if you didn't, which, you know, I'm not saying you shouldn't, it goes into a pretty hot oven there. Yeah, I'm having trouble stretching this one out, but good news is we're not that hungry. We just sunk the last one. So, Classico's dough came in at under 1 pound. And I will say that I've been known to buy pizza dough over at People's Bakery. Italian People's Bakery, Hamilton, New Jersey. They'll give you a 2-for-1 deal almost any time you walk in there. You get 2 for the price of 1. Am I wrong? Isn't it always 2 for 1?
You are correct. I think it's always 2 for the price
And
of 1.
theirs clocked in at over a pound. So theirs was actually larger. And, well, if you've ever tried their bread, I'm kind of leaning more towards Italian People's. But it's what you like. And you know, it's not too difficult to make your own dough. I've done it like in a bread machine because then you don't have to worry about the rise cycle and all that stuff. I think I'm just going to do this as is. So again, get a little flour if you have your cornmeal. Again, I didn't want to open I wasn't going to open a brand new thing of cornmeal just for a pizza. Because you only use like, what, a teaspoon? But it does make it slide better. Keep that underneath. Work fast. I'm not going to put all this sauce on because, or maybe I will. Keep paper towels nearby. Use the gravy spoon. This is going to be a nice little pizza for somebody. It's going to taste good, I'll tell you that. I think I'm going to use the rest of the sauce. Yeah, it's fun. And then, of course, we got our cheese. Cheese and the pepperoni can go back home. Yeah, this is going to be like more like a personal pizza. So
That's good. So I don't have to ruin my diet 2 days in a
this
row.
is I thought I cut it exactly in half. So
Oh.
these can go back. And then of course we're going to use the rest of this. You want to show them the pepperoni one last time? Not that I'm saying, I don't know if this is any particularly great brand. I'm just saying cut your own. You can cut it thick. Don't buy that pre-sliced stuff. At least that's my opinion. Looks like I cut the exact perfect amount. Look at that. Ah, look at that. And this, I don't think we need this flour anymore. That can go back in the bag, of course. Waste not, want not. And these peppers, I must admit, they're not from my garden. My peppers aren't ready yet. That little bit, I don't know. I guess save it.
I'm gonna
the
eat
lid.
it.
Oh, eat it. Even better.
Give the dog a piece.
And let's see. Wish me luck. Yeah. What does that guy say? Get air underneath it? But how do you get the air underneath it? Yeah, I'm not the best peel guy. I don't know how these guys do it. But if I can get on my peel, that's not too bad for me. So. But once we get it on that stone, we know we'll be golden. I don't know if you want to follow me. All right. I got a perfect introduction to the stone. I'm going to check my view. Yes, I got it on there. Basically, getting it on the peel for me is the hardest part. Because it's like, but keep checking back. We'll see if it gets better. All right, we're gonna watch this thing play out in real time, but I want to show you something. We get afternoon sun right in here, so I laid this sunscreen. I managed it myself. Everything here I've done myself. Now that the sun has gone down, I roll this up and enjoy a beautiful evening. Release the bungees first. Always release the bungees first. So like I was saying, I'm going to put this away. All right. to our pizza stone. We're gonna do some turning. Remember, come in at an angle. It's tight in there, but it can be done. Now as our pizza does a little pizza stuff, roasting, toasting, whatever you call that, we'll check out the evening sky. Yep, nice cool temperature, nice summer breeze. And well, not much of, well, the sun's not really setting yet. We'll check back later. So let's watch our pizza. And do a little turning. In at an angle. And then release as you turn. Now tonight, we had pretty good success with 230 degrees. Let's see what temperature that is. Let's check it out. Stone's at about 502.
Why is the stone hotter than the temperature of the smoker?
She wants to know why it doesn't correlate with the display, is what I'm guessing. Well, this huge, and this is just the way I see it, but it's probably correct. This whole area of smoking, you know, you smoke ribs, you could fit a lot of stuff on here. You could fit, yeah, I'm sure, I wouldn't be surprised if you could fit 10 racks of ribs on this thing easily. And that is controlled by a firebox that's this size, okay? Now when you put this pizza oven in, as you saw, it was like a funnel. So all that heat goes into this pizza oven. And the idea behind that is you need 600, 650, at least 500. You don't get this in a regular oven. I've tried it. You don't get the char, okay? They're pretty good pizza inside, making pizzas in your oven. But all that is like a funnel, you know? And so you got to monitor this separately. You know, it is what it is.
So
but
in other words, don't do what you did the first time.
Oh.
So in other words, don't do what you did the first time, where you waited for the temperature on that control panel to read 500, which meant the inside must have been like really, really hot, and that's why the second you put it on, it cooked within seconds.
I wish we were into video recording at that point, because that first time, I don't remember exactly what I did, but I might have set that at 500. Well, I don't even know if it goes up to 500. That's pretty high.
I think it went to like 350. You wanted to get it as high as possible. Maybe
yeah, I was thinking I like a good
or
charred pizza.
Yeah.
All right, let's try our turning skills. This is very important. Oh, I think this pizza's done, actually. I'm going to call it. I don't know if you can see that, but it looks pretty good. Sizzling. This is the ultimate, I hope they can see it, the ultimate personal pizza. Isn't that nice? Use your joystick. Perfect char. I mean, to me, this is ultimate. All right, I gotta lay it out here and I gotta close this window. So while that pizza cools, well, let me just show you. She's taking. You go ahead, take your photo.
Oh, with the beer in the background.
Oh yeah, what goes better with pizza than beer? Yeah, it looks good. Take a video of someone taking a picture of the pizza. But that pizza looks really nice. To me, it has a nice amount of char. The pepperoni is well rounded. The peppers are perfect. This is a nice personal pizza. This would make a nice snack. So, at this point, since we're finished, all you do at this point, let's see if I remember how to do this. I think you, all right, I'm figuring out two things now, the Green Mountain and this smooth 5 gimbal. I think you just hit power and it enters. Yep, it enters shutdown. Yep, I didn't use the app at all. Usually I use the app with this. And you can sit inside and see the temperature and everything. Well, maybe not so much with the pizza, because you need the, you need the thermometer. And you let it do its thing. And it shuts down all on its own. It's going to run the fan. It's going to go through its cycle. It's very reliable. So, this is the Green Mountain. By the way, this is the Jim Bowie. And I'm not going to pretend that I didn't like the idea that my name was in there. It's like, I got to get the Jim Bowie, right? So, I'm not denying that. But, hey, since you're here, remember we were at the dealer? And we wanted to get the smaller model. And he said most people wish they had gotten the Jim Bowie.
Yep.
Yep. And so that also played a part in it too, because it doesn't cost that much more.
No.
So looks like you're ready to turn to the pizza.
I'm ready to start cleaning.
Okay. Well, so it's on shutdown mode. I think there's not too much to say about this, except it's a good smoker. We'll do the next video on smoking. I got a pork butt or pork shoulder and 3 racks ready to go, which is what this is really known for. But the pizzas come out pretty good. I'm going to take another check on, see if we got any a little sun action out there. We're going to call it call it a night. Check out next time.